Today is my birthday, and I wanted to do this a little differently today by telling a story I never told before. This one goes all the way back to the beginning. She never stood in front of a mirror with a hairbrush, singing into it, dreaming of a stage. That wasn't her. She lay in bed at night in the dark with an invisible mic in her hand, and in front of her, figures, strangers, souls she couldn't see clearly, but could feel deeply. People who were low, who were hurting, who didn't feel worthy of the space they took up in this world. And she talked to them. Not because she wanted fame, not because she wanted to be seen, but because she understood that pain. She lived inside it, and she wanted them to know that they mattered, that they were enough, that someone, somewhere saw them. That little girl was me, and she never stopped. She's still here, and this is her story. This, all of it, was never about content. It was never about building something or creating a brand or finding an audience. It was always about the soul on the other side. It was always about you. And I want to tell you why. I never had an easy childhood. It was hard and lonely. And there were days where belonging felt like something that happened to other people, not me. I was a big dreamer in a world that didn't always have space for big dreams. And so I lived inside of my head. Because the world in there was more beautiful than the one I was standing in. I remember a dress. It had lots of frills and ribbons, and I wore it like it was everything. And in it, I was free. I would jump from couch to couch, spinning, dancing, becoming the girl in the gazebo from The Sound of Music, where the young soldier takes her hand and they dance under the magic of the evening light. And everything feels possible and romantic and magical. And the world outside that gazebo simply didn't exist. You know that dream? The one where you're flying and you don't want to wake up? Because in the dream you are free, completely free. And the weight of everything simply doesn't exist. That dress was my flying dream. Only I was wide awake. Those were the moments the weight of everything I was carrying just lifted, and I was just a girl, free, unbounded, completely herself. And then one day, the dress was gone. I never knew what happened to it. It just disappeared, and with it, those moments of flying. But here is what didn't disappear. The part of me that wanted to reach people. Because even as that little girl, scared and lonely and trying to find her place, I couldn't fix my own suffering. I was just a child. But I could reach toward others who were suffering. And in giving strangers what I needed most myself, I found something. Not an escape, a purpose. And that little girl never stopped. She grew up. She lived. She suffered more. She healed, she learned, she lived some more. And every layer of pain she walked through became a deeper understanding of what it means to be human. Every scar became a language she could speak to others in. And even now, driving in my car, laying in bed at night, I am still that little girl, still thinking about the souls out there who feel small, who feel forgotten, who wonder if anyone cares at all. I don't look at what the world sees first. I look past the physicality, past the exterior, past everything the world uses to define and divide us. Because underneath all of that is a soul. And souls don't have labels. They don't have a color, a size, a gender, a status. We all have a desire to belong, to be understood, to be seen? And that is the question I carry with me every single day. What can I give someone today that they need? How can I help them feel that they are not alone? This podcast, this YouTube channel, every word I have ever written or spoken into a mic is just me finally finding a way to reach the souls I have been talking to my whole life. And if you are here, you are not a stranger anymore. You are exactly who I was looking for. And I'm so glad you found your way here. I understand this is a little different than what I usually do. But here is what I want you to gain from this episode. I don't think this is just my story. I think it's yours too. I believe we each are born with a gift, one that belongs only to us. No one else can say what you say the way you say it. No one else can create what you create. No one else can cook the way you cook, teach the way you teach, love the way you love, or reach the people that were always meant to be reached by you. That gift is yours alone. And here's what I know to be true. We see it early, not because we choose it, but because it chooses us. It just rises up in us naturally, effortlessly, without trying. I never sat down and decided to be a writer. I never chose to be someone who heals. I just always was. The words always came. The desire to reach people always came. It was never a decision. It was just me. And I believe the same is true for you. Maybe it was a paintbrush, a garden, a room full of imaginary students you were already teaching, a notebook full of words you never showed anyone. Because I believe we are all creators, every single one of us. And somewhere in you, there is something being created right now. A vision, a dream, an idea that keeps coming back no matter how many times you push it away. Something you have been building in your mind quietly for years, but you haven't believed in it enough yet to bring it into your life, into your reality. What is that thing for you? What is the gift you came here with that is still waiting for your permission? If this resonates with you, I've created something for you, a guided return to unconditional self-love bundle. You can find the link below. And if you want to be part of these conversations in this community, I encourage you to follow, subscribe, and leave a comment. And here is what I have learned from living inside my purpose every single day. When you live within your gift, when you do what you were naturally put here to do, work stops feeling like work. Life stops feeling like something you're pushing through. Because everything in life is about energy and balance. And when you are living in alignment with who you truly are, what you give to the world fulfills others. And what comes back to you fulfills you. That is not a coincidence. That is the design. When we stand in alignment with who we truly are, life opens up in beautiful ways. We stop struggling, we stop surviving, and start living with more freedom. Life becomes easier, freer, fuller. And joy stops being something you chase and becomes something you live inside of. So as you leave here today, get curious about yourself. Not in a heavy way, not in a forced way. Just ponder. Who am I really? Why am I here? What blessings do I have to give this world that only I can give? Trust that answer lives inside of you, because it does. With much love, I'll see you in the next one, dear soul.